What up, peeps? Welcome to the thekisscapadespodcast. I'm your host, John Telewa, aka the Kiss Bandit. And in this show, we explore the key elements that shape our fulfilling existence, from health and well-being to financial success, meaningful relationships, and the pursuit of happiness. We cover it all. Our guests include experts, professionals, and everyday individuals who have remarkable stories to tell. Tune in to learn practical tips, gain valuable insights, and discover strategies for personal growth and transformation. Whether you're seeking to improve your health, build your wealth, enhance relationships, or find lasting happiness, we got you covered. Welcome to today's episode. Another amazing episode with a very special guest. I've tried to bring her to the podcast, and some natural disasters just couldn't let it happen. The last time, floods, blackout, and so many other different things. But before we even get started, of course, welcome to the show, and thank you at least for responding to my message when I DM'd you on TikTok. I sent the message on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so just tell the people your name, what you do, and then, of course, because I know it's your first podcast, don't worry. I'll guide you with the questions, and, just follow my lead. You'll be okay.
Okay. Hey, guys. My name is Grace Kimani. I'm a banking and finance student at Kabarak University in Nakuru, and I'm just employed in a cast enterprise. Yeah, that's what I do for a living.
Said you do what are you learning in Kabarak?
Banking and finance.
Banking and finance.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good course. Even if people, I don't know, like that's something that I wish I actually did. Like even if it was like a side course, I don't know if it's something that's offered as a certificate thing, but otherwise I wish I really learned that. Because those are the things that now I actually implement.
Yeah.
I'm good at, but I don't have the formal education for it.
Yeah.
But then again, also, I wouldn't do a 4-year course for that because I think I'll just go crazy.
You can do a diploma.
I can?
Yeah, for 2 years.
Hey, 2 years? No, I don't have 2 years to give away. Is there a certificate course?
I don't know.
I'm
not sure.
Hey, if it's a degree, 2 years. Oh, diploma. You said diploma.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then a degree for like 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what made you get into, before we get like, to specifics, like, agenda, what made you get into just finance?
I love maths.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been those guys who want to be in the offices doing the financial stuff. I wanted to be a financial analyst when I was like in Form 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just guiding institutions and companies on how they should manage their finances. So that motivated me to do finance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any people that you're looking up to who've done that?
My uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
It's okay. You can just, maybe text her, tell her, we'll get back to her.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so so I was asking, like, are there people that maybe you have just like looked up to and they've done that course and they're actually like thriving in it maybe?
My great grandfather did finance.
Great grandfather?
Yeah, but he passed away.
Yeah, great is a lot.
Yeah, I was looking at his pictures and him being at work, and I could hear my grandmother telling me the stories. So I was like, okay, I think it's a thing. Because I didn't want to do like the medicine courses which take a lot of years. Because I was like 7 years.
Yeah.
And kikufia hapo katikati.
Why do people always have to think like that, honestly?
Like 7, let me just do it for 3 years or 4 years and I get into the thing. I don't like sciences. I hated sciences in high school.
Yeah.
So even I did core. like core subjects, not like the other one. I can't remember how they were called, but the core
Mm-hmm.
is the easier subjects
Okay.
in sciences
Mm-hmm.
in group of schools.
So that means physics, biology, you just threw them off then.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think for me it was compulsory. We didn't have that choice. It was like biology, physics. It was the other one. Chemistry. Like all those things were just compulsory. Like for us, we didn't have like an option of like, I don't like this, and you have to pass them peer. Okay,
For
I didn't
us-
pass all of them, but
For us, compulsory subjects were just two, maths and English. So
Oh.
we choose the other ones.
the other ones you choose.
Yeah. So I did Kiswahili.
Mm-hmm.
There was like literature, but I didn't do literature. I didn't do history. I did geography,
Mm-hmm.
maths, English, Kiswahili, ICT, biology, and chemistry.
Mm.
Yeah, 7.
Okay, nice. So, okay, that's at least gives us a little bit of a picture of like, just educational background and even what you're pursuing, like even right now. And even like, I think Kabarak is like one of the most, how can I put it, like one of the best schools to go and study that, I think, like even from the high school and
Yeah.
like, uni. I mean, I'm aware because like, I also grew up in Nakuru at some point. Went to Mama Ngina Primary.
Oh.
Yeah, nice school, nice environment. And Nakuru has like a lot of dust though, that's for sure. Dust.
You
What?
sure?
Yeah. I was coming back from school looking like I've
was
come
back
from a
then. That was
oh,
back
so it's
then.
changed.
It has changed. You should visit Nakuru.
So they've made like, it's no longer dusty.
No, unless you like Vichochoroni.
What?
Around town, it's so nice.
What? Okay, maybe it's changed because it's also been a year and a few years. Not a few years, like lots of years. I might go back and like visit some friends. But anyway, let's just get back to like, main topic because you saw I actually bumped into your video like on TikTok and I was like, this is such an interesting story because I always have like people like even on my podcast, guests who are, and that's why like I'm always interested in talking to different people. Like I always have people on the podcast who come here and like, I don't know if you've done any background research to see some of the videos and guests that I have on the podcast. Have you seen any of the episodes?
Yeah. The one that you highlight on your stories and your status.
Is there any that maybe caught your attention? Or no specifics?
There's no specific, or I can't remember. But I have gone through a lot of your episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I've had people like on the podcast and I'm always talking about like even just parenting and how parents play like a really big role in shaping someone, what people go through, and even just how it builds like their character and everything. Right? I have people like on the podcast who like come here and say like, I hate my dad. I hate my mom. I hate, and I'm always like, okay, I know like people, I'm always just trying to understand, like I'm always trying to say like, parents can always get a pass if they do something wrong, even if it's to you. But then again, I bump into your story and your story was so, I didn't even know how to react to it or even send you like a message because the caption was, what was the caption saying? I don't want to butcher it. Can you remember the words?
As a point of view, your mom paying people like 1.6 million to kill your dad so that she can inherit properties.
Yeah.
But but she didn't. That was a lost loss.
Wait.
Yeah.
So wait, what? What do you mean?
She didn't inherit the properties because the investigations were done.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We'll go slowly on this story, right? We'll go slowly on this story. So, and I also just want, before we get to the story, like just going back to like what the POV said. The POV said, point of view, when your
Mom.
Okay. So when your mom pays 1.6 million,
Paid.
paid 1.6 million to get your dad killed so that she can inherit his properties.
Yeah.
Right? And even just before we dig into that, because I think even you just sharing it, what made you like so comfortable in sharing something like that? You know, because it would like people, of course, the reaction of people. You have maybe aunties, relatives, and everything who maybe even just saw it. Like, but what made you feel like you needed to post that? Because I think that's like you have to be pushed to a certain point and feel a certain way to actually post something like that, because now it's out in the public.
It was actually out before, like since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
It was on TV, radio,
Wait.
gazettes. Yeah. I'm moving a lot.
No. It's okay. You can actually move. I'm just trying to make sure my audio, I get that audio perfectly. Okay, so it was actually on radio, TV, press and everything.
Yeah, even on the internet. If you search it, you can find it on YouTube. And on Google, you'll see it.
Oh, it's there.
It's there. It's just that people don't know about it. Or I was young that time. Now that I've grown up, people are like, oh, so this is the girl that was
this is Nani's daughter, yeah.
This is Nani's daughter. Oh, okay. Because my dad was a known person in Nakuru. He had a big enterprise of selling house decors and stuff like that. So it was all over. It's just that
So how old were you then? Well,
15, 16.
You're 15 or 16?
Yeah, 6 years ago. Right now I'm 21.
21? You're such a baby. Okay, not such a baby, but I'm just saying, because for us we're in our 30s. So if you were to tell me to trade,
30.
Yes.
Stop lying.
What?
Okay.
I keep telling people that, and they're like, listen, you Gen Z guys, just listen. That's the importance
so you're not
of
a Gen Z.
What?
Oh my God.
Listen, that's the important. But I accept the compliment. That's a compliment, clearly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, eat a balanced diet, exercise, do skincare routine once in a while, not too much, and just, seek peace. If you're at peace, you'll always definitely...
if you would have asked me how old you are, I would have said you're like 24.
24?
25, 24, yeah.
Hey, guys. Hey, this is a whole new chapter. I'll take that. 24.
Yeah, 24. Because
there's a time I went for an interview, and then the guys are asking me, like, okay, so your age. And then I say my age, and then they just say, like, you just go out. So I'm trying to ask them, like, okay, why? They're like, why are you lying to us about your age? So I'm like, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. And then I was just like, sour. Either way.
Did you need like to prove them, like showing them your ID?
They still thought it was fake, yeah.
Oh my God.
So
because you look so much Gen Z. So much Gen Z. You're not close to a millionaire.
It's okay. I'll take it as a compliment. That's a good thing though, right?
Yeah.
No? Guys.
You're not aging.
Guys, you look like Wababa Zuko and you're in your 20s. Shape up. So let's go back to like just the story. And I was saying, like, that's what I was saying, like, even you being young and just having to process, like, even whatever was going on at such a young age. And I'll also just want to ask you, like, even, like, were you all living, like, together? You, your mom, dad? Are you firstborn? How many other siblings?
Yeah, I'm a firstborn to, like, my mom and my dad. Was, like, my real mom and my real dad. I'm the only child.
Okay.
So there are other children, like my siblings, my step-siblings. And then there is also one sibling from the same mother, but from a different dad. My biological mother.
Okay. So let's get this family tree together, right? There is your dad biological and mom biological, right?
Yeah.
And then you have one or two stepmothers? One. And then she has like other three kids.
Yeah.
Right? From your dad or from a different?
From my dad.
From your dad. And then
my biological mother.
Your biological mother. Who has you, right?
Me, but another kid from a different father.
Okay, and then another kid from a different father.
Exactly.
Okay, I think I have a rough idea of like just the family tree. Okay, sawa. Now I think even if I ask questions, I understand now where we're coming from. Okay, so the person, the accused person, right? Is that your biological mother?
No.
Now that's the
My step.
who has another sibling now. The one.
3.
Oh, the 3. The one who has the 3.
Yeah. One set
From
of
your dad
twins,
now.
One set of twins and a girl.
Set of boy twins.
No, a boy and a girl.
Oh, and then a girl.
No, it's a girl first.
And then the twins.
Yeah.
Okay. So your biological mom, is she the one who's calling?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Because even for me, I was just about to say like, hey, are we going to talk about someone? And then she just calls us Kumbe. Okay, so now I understand.
Yeah.
So were you growing at that age? Were you around your stepmother or around your around your biological mother when this incident now happened?
I was around my step. I've been with my stepmom since I was 5, because my mom left when I was 3. I don't know, there were some scandals, so she left. So she got me when she was like so young.
She was like a young mom.
She was like 15.
15.
So she was like, I can't manage to.
Yeah, there's nothing she could have.
So she just left with me to my dad, and I lived with my dad for like 3 years. Then he decided to marry a second wife.
And then now this is the wife who now wanted his property.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was it like growing in that environment? Because we'll still get back to like how everything happened and transpired, but how was it like just growing up in that environment?
It was,
because now your dad is there, of course, but now this is a whole different mother, and of course you always, I think, even if you're still a kid, you're still always trying to think about like your biological mother. Like,
I actually didn't know.
Wait, you didn't know?
Until I was like class 8.
Wait, what?
I was 3 years when my mom left.
So the only woman that you knew who was around was your stepmom, and you didn't know?
And my aunt who raised me for like the 3 years period when I was just me and my dad, because my dad used to go to work, business trips, and would go for like months. So I just stay with my aunt.
So that's your dad's sister?
No. My dad's sister-in-law.
Okay. No. So, dad's sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's the one who raised you for like the 3 years, and then now like your dad slows down on his trips and marries another person, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they do a formal wedding?
No.
Or just those sorts of like...
It's actually funny because my stepmom was the house manager to my...
Dad's properties?
No. House managers and house help were my aunt, the sister-in-law to my dad. Do you get it?
Listen, this is a very interesting... Yes, I do. Yeah. So, house manager to
my aunt.
The one who took care of you?
My cousin and me, yeah.
Okay. So, of course, maybe he comes back and, they... kind of like have a thing.
Because we were not living far away. We just shared a fence. Yeah. So my uncle was the other side and we were in this side.
Okay. So as you're growing, you, like you said, from just that young age, and she's there in the picture, you always thought this was your mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever get different treatment, or at what point did you now like even just get to know about like your real mom?
I started getting different treatment when I was class 4. And because my dad still used to go for the business trips. And he used to go for long. So my stepmom would remain and be like giving me so much work. And I'm like just 12 years old. Or I don't know how old was I, like 10. I would do the house chores. I would take care of my sister who was just born in 2008. And then when my dad came, I told him I want to go to a boarding school. I didn't tell him the reason.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want if I told him the reason, he would go to my mom and ask her. Then after he goes
now, you'll have to deal with her now.
Mbona ulisema sijui nini sana.
By then you'll be punished properly.
So I just said, let me go to a boarding school. I just want to go to a boarding school. I didn't have any other reason. Just said, I want to go to a boarding school. I want to learn how to wash my own clothes, to learn to be the other students. So I went to boarding school in class 4. And then the boarding school I went, it was then a biased school because there were bullies, the Sudanese. It had a lot of Sudanese, so I was being bullied because I was so tiny.
Yeah, so you know them, they come tall, they're all tall.
Yeah, I was so tiny. They would bully me. I would just go through under their legs like chobo hivi because they are racing me, they're chasing me. And so I was like, when I was in class 7, I told my dad I want to move to a different school. It was a prayer day for the class 8s. So he came and I cried. I was a scout. So I was like, I was the one who was directing the cars where to go park in the field. So my dad came with his driver from Nairobi. He passed by because it's just Roots Academy, just next to Greensteads in Nakuru. And then I cried. I told him I want to go. I don't want to be in this school. I'm getting bullied and stuff like that. When you buy me shopping, it doesn't even last like 3 days. It's gone. So I was like, okay. My dad told me, ukifunga shule, takubadilisha. So wende shule ingine January. So as January came, then I was moved to a school near home. I did the interview, but I failed because I didn't used to study because of bullying. Yeah, so I was like, I was told I can't go to class 8 because I have to repeat class 7 because I failed. You failed the interview and I can't go to class 8. And see, class 8, they're going to do the KCPE, and with my marks, I can't keep up. So I accepted to repeat, and then after the 2 years, I finished my KCPE. So when I got my results, my dad was expecting me to get like 400 and above, but I didn't get that. Got 380. Yeah. So I went for my results I used to have a bike. I went with my bike, and when I came home, I found my dad. I was like, oh,
he's home. He's actually here waiting.
He knows like results are out. He's waiting. Why is he not at work? I'm like, okay. I could see him like around. I don't know, like anatafuta cane or something. I'm like, oh,
was he strict?
Yeah, my dad was strict. He was strict, but you could understand him.
Yeah, he's just being a parent. Those ones of like, yeah. So
I was like, okay, umepata marks ngapi? Nimeshapigiwa na teacher. Na headmistress, headmaster, na siku hujapata 400 yenye tulikuwa tumeagree. Like nimepata 380. Jerry 380. Okay, they call me Jerry at home. Jerry 380. 380 ni max yenye itakupeleka national school kweli? I was like, daddy, I tried. I'm sorry. Nini. So I was like, okay, fine. So my stepmom was also around. She hugged me. I don't know why. She was like, usijali, hizo marks ni poa.
She hugged you?
Yeah, I remember she hugged me, and I was like, okay, this is weird, but okay, fine. It was like November. So she had planned for a trip to Eldoret. I don't know, there was some maybe mvurugano kidogo with my dad. So she said she's going to her parents in Eldoret. So we went with her. So my dad was left at home. So in Eldoret, like right now, I can think and see, like, okay, so this thing was being planned in Eldoret.
Also, now you're putting the pieces together.
Yeah, I'm putting the pieces together because when we went to Eldoret with her boyfriend.
Who and who?
My stepmom's boyfriend.
Who and who went to Eldoret?
Me and my stepmoms and the siblings, we went to Eldoret.
This is after they've...
After the KCPE, after the marks, and we've decided it's fine. Let's wait and see what school you're going to be called.
Oh, and then like you said, like there's mvurugano kidogo between them.
She said she's going to see her parents in Eldoret.
Yeah.
So she took me with her.
Plus you?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I just don't know
But your dad was around, ama now he had gone?
No,
like,
he was around.
And she just took you?
He like took me and the rest. I was like, let's go. It's how we go. So the boyfriend was the one that came for us at home. I was like, right now it's when I'm remembering
She
that
came,
the boyfriend.
the boyfriend came and picked all
But
of
my
you.
dad was not around when he
Yeah.
came. Yeah, he was just far away. So we went to Eldoret. They would talk with the sisters and the uncles, and I would be told, and which isn't like the other cousins. They were my cousins who lived in Eldoret. My stepmom's sisters.
Yeah.
Now the cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, same step aunt. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So we used to we stayed there for like a week or two. I can't remember. So the day of coming back, it's my dad who came for us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they settled their issues, but my dad is the one who came for us in Eldoret.
So he picked you and the other siblings plus now the stepmom.
Yeah. Remember, this is November.
Yeah.
November. So it was like, we went back home and nini. My dad used to work till late hours. He used to like doing renovation at his workplace. So he used to come like at 12, 11, 1 a.m. So there's this day that my dad came at 1 a.m. I wasn't asleep. I had gone to take water in the kitchen because my room was near the kitchen. So after then I could hear the gate open and I could see the headlights
of the car.
Like, oh, my dad is here. So I was like, I've not yet slept. They drink water. I go sleep. And my mom was up for some reason and she was on a phone call, but I couldn't get what's going on. So I sleep and waking up in the morning, it's my grandmother waking me up. Okay, so my uncle moved.
Yeah.
Moved to they had built a house. So they moved to their new house. So my grandparents, they came to live in their house. The one that we are sharing a fence. So like my grandmother wakes me up in the morning and tells me, amko pikia watoto chai. I'm like, shushu unafanya nini hapo? And then I'm like, okay, sawa. I could remember it was 8th day, 1st December. 8th day, because the TV was just talking about 8th day. Yeah, because I was like, okay, I woke up and then I asked shushu copy mom. I'm like, ametoka kidogo but anakuja. So after some hours, I see my mom, my stepmom amekuja kama ameshikiliwa. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Then I'm being told, take your siblings kwa shushu. So we went there, we stayed there. Then after some hours, I saw people with the lorry coming and putting up a tent in our compound. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. Okay, fine. So I just gather my siblings and just talk to them, try to play with them because I also don't know what's going on. They don't know what they're going on. What's going on? They're telling me, "Sijui yakopi mama, yakopi nini." But I could see my dad's car outside. Yeah. Like from the gate, like the way it's supposed to.
You remember it coming in? Sindio, the headlights.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah. So it's just still there from last night, and I'm like, why is this car here? It's not inside. It's not whatever. So I'm like, okay, fine. So the night we sleep. The next day, my aunt comes and tells me, Njeri nataka kuongelesha. So wananipeleka kwa bedroom ya my shushu. And she sat me there and she's like, sijui, I can't remember the exact word, but she just announced like my dad has passed away. And I was like, okay. So I cried. And then she was with another woman. She told the other woman, let her cry out. Let her cry because you can't tell her to stop crying. So I cried. When I was done, then when I came to the other side, our home, then I could find a lot of people there. I could find the picture of my dad there, like in a candle, and people were just signing some things. And my uncles would talk to me and like, unajua hizi ni vitu zinahapeningi bila kujua, don't worry, tutakushikilia, nini. I was like, okay, fine. So the burial kafanywa, it was like date 11. I remember it was on a Monday because the date 12 was Jamhuri Day. It's December. So the burial was done and everything was done. But in that duration of that, from date 1 to date 11, it was on the news, it was on the, what is it called, Gazeti, it was all over. Then I remember my shushu telling me ati kuja usalimie mtu hapa. I was like, okay, fine. I find a bunch of women there and I'm like, salimia ule. I'm like, I say hi. I'm like, unajua ni nani? Mimi sijui. And the woman asked me, unajua mimi ni nani? Mimi sijui. So like I go to my shushu and ask her, huyo ni nani? Amesema nikuja nikuulize. I'm like, that's your mother.
Wow.
I'm like, why is she showing up at this time? Then
you're going through so much. You're trying to process everything.
Yeah, so like she told me like hata yaliona kwa news. That's how she found out. She didn't know. I'm like, okay, so niliona kwa news, like in Oro TV they usually have this announcement of death announcement. So she saw it there and then she traveled to come to Nakuru. And then yeah, that's the first time I met my mother.
After your dad has passed away. It's been announced.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, fine. You're my mother, fine. Okay. So I couldn't go with her because I don't know her. My relatives don't know her well. Like right now, how she is. They don't know if she has changed or she's able to take care of me.
She's a good person, if she is responsible.
So I stay with my aunt.
Okay.
My aunt who raised me like back then.
When you were, you said the 3 years, right?
Yeah,
was it 3 years?
3 years, yeah. I stayed them like for 2 years. And then, living with people, right now I'm grown. So living with people is so difficult because they have their own children and you're trying to also be loved.
Yeah.
Like the way they are being loved. So it was so hard.
And how?
I know. Like
yeah, because I'm just even trying to understand. Because, this is, you're telling part of the story. But I'm like, but how are you processing all these things as a kid? Like even like, okay, now you're being, of course you're used to like, your dad is like your superhero, even how you're telling like the stories. Because, anytime like even in schools, when you didn't like a school, he'd be like, okay, sawa, I'll sort it out. Wacha maliza hii term, and then the next one, we go to a different one. He's the one person maybe like when you're in distress, if you explain to him your problems, he'll make all the problems go away, right?
Yeah.
So now he's no longer in the picture. Plus your mom has already like, you've been told like, this is your mom who you didn't even know like existed. How are you processing all these things because at that time you're how old?
15.
Yeah, that's such a sensitive age. So how are you processing all these things?
I don't know. So
is it are you going through a process where you're sad? Or you're just being a child and just going on with life? But how are you feeling like inside? Because processing these such things as an adult, I think it's even way more crazy. Because that's why now people, because as an adult you have options of doing drugs, running away, traveling, but as a kid, you really have to just stay there. Yeah, you don't have an option.
So I just went on with life as a kid.
Yeah.
It's like it has happened. I hope things will be well. I hope my relatives will take care of me, just like how they said.
Yeah, because they said.
Yeah,
and where's the stepmom now?
She's still there. Okay, she took.
But you're not staying with her.
I wasn't staying with her.
So after dad, she just like okay.
Yeah, she remained in the house and the children. So I went. So even it didn't take long. You remember it's December.
Yeah.
In January, investigations were already done, and she was the first suspect. So akapelekwa court. So my siblings tukakuja tukaishi na wao kwa my uncle's place. So now
So which uncle now? Trust me, I'm just understanding the family.
My dad's brother.
Okay. So
yeah, my dad's brother. Yeah. So
and like you said, it's very hard like moving from one place to a different one and you're still trying to be loved like you've said.
Yeah.
Because now, you can't really even demand or ask for anything.
Like how you used to.
Your dad, you can just tell him like, yo, by then I want this. But at least there's somebody that you can ask something. Or even tell him like, yeah, me, I'm not feeling any. But in these different places, you really can't.
You don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
You don't know how, you just keep things to yourself. They eat you out. And like, okay, fine. So like, remember I had done my KCP. So nishaitwa shule. And I was called to Karema Girls.
I think I've heard it, yeah.
Karema, it's a national school.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, I wish my dad could be here because alikuwa anasema
Should be
utaitwa national school kweli.
He would have been very happy.
Yeah. But then unfortunately I didn't go to Karema Girls.
Oh, okay.
Because it was far, and they were like, you can't be far, you know, your stepmom might come even after you. Like, because you are the only child, you're the firstborn. So
why come after you? How?
Because he already killed my dad, so he'll kill me, so that now her and the children will inherit the property.
Oh wait, so that you do not get like anything.
Yeah, because I am. I have.
You are the obstacle that's remaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So they take me away. So, but first, before she was caught, alini peleka Jomo. They decided to go. I go to Jomo Kenyatta Girls High School in Bahati, Nakuru.
Mm-hmm.
So she went there with me, and I got admitted there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she knew I was there. So, but then I wasn't admitted when she was around. But we went with her to pick the list, kuba uniforms and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the day ya kuadmitiwa now join the school, I went with my mom, my real mom now, because she was called. Nakipeleka, hakuna mtu akupeleka mtoto wako shule.
Come to mpeleke.
Yeah. So nilikapelekwa na my mom and my uncle. So I was just there for like a year. I did my years there, and I used to have a heart condition? No, it's rheumatic fever, RHD. Just that when I was young, I was exposed to cold, so I used to get tonsils all the time. So there was these injections I used to go every month since I was like class 4 actually. When I joined boarding school, I was told it will go for like 15 years, those injections. But now, I got another, what is it called? Another alternative. So I couldn't go for the, how many years? For the 15 years.
Reduce now.
Yeah. Now I went for like, I don't know, was it 8 or 7 years? Yeah, because I used to go for checkup and you'll see like it's reducing. And yeah, I'm fine now. So I was in Jomo Kenyatta for like Form 1. Then in Form 2, I'd be like, there's an incident happening. My stepmom she's out on bond. Like kukiwa na kesi atakuwa nakuja, but hatakuwa nakaa kwa cell.
So this entire time when everything else is happening, because you said she was, and don't forget your chain of thought, please, just guide me kidogo pia. This entire time when now you've gone to this school, your mom has taken you there, and through the entire time, was your stepmom held inside because she was a suspect? Ama she was outside?
Yeah, she was held inside for some time. Remember, she was like personal assistant to my dad. So bado alikuwa na pesa. So she would pay lawyers to come, not stay inside the cell. Katoke nje. Not on bail, but on bond.
Yeah.
So when the case is on, she would come, and then after the case, she'll go home.
Okay.
But now she's not like home where we used to live. She went to Eldoret. Yeah. So like after a year, she said she wants to take her kids. Now, you know, like that 1 year, it's 2018.
Yeah.
Now 2019, she says, I want to go with my kids. So akachukua watoto wake akaenda Eldoret. So now it's me remaining at my uncle's place.
Oh, so even her kids were staying with your uncle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they were in the school that I did my KCP.
Okay.
So they went, and then they decided like my dad's work will pay the school fees to my siblings, and for me, school fees yangu italipwa na like the rentals my dad left. So like tukagawanywa, wewe nyinyi mtalipa school fees na hii kazi, na wewe utalipa school fees na hizi nyumba.
So who decides that? Who makes that decision?
The relatives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they took the business of my dad's, because now they say they know how to manage. To be specific, my grandfather.
Oh, okay.
He's the one who took over the business. So like when they have gone to like Eldoret, and I'm now here, then they are deciding that now Sanjeri, mama, like my stepmom was taking her kids. Now it's me remaining. I have to be changed school because my stepmother knows that I'm in that school, so she might come after me. So they changed me. I went to an international school in Nakuru called Shalaji, and I studied there till my Form 5 O levels. And during that period, many things happened. Like they decided, I decided I couldn't live with my uncle because he was too harsh on me. I was like, no.
Like, strict or how? Because there's harsh for protecting the kid.
No.
And there's like those ones of just, this guy apana is just too much.
This guy apana is just too much.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go to details, but
okay.
It's just that I didn't find it comfortable being there. Because you could see, saizi nimesha kwa mkubwa, and I could see like, you're just discriminating me, you're just like mistreating me, you have your own kids and I'm here, and I can just see with my own eyes.
You can actually see.
Yeah. So I go to my grandmother's place. I'm like, but they said, shusho ni mzee, so you can't leave the shusho utamsumbua. Let's call your mother.
Okay.
She used to live in Nairobi. She used to work kwa Kiambu government, Kanjo, out of kufagia barabara.
Yeah.
So she was called and she was asked, how much are you being paid in your kwa kazi yako? She said around 30K. I'm like, okay, what if you come here, you live in one of your husband rentals and you take care of your kids? Now because she had a kid, I left plus me.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, fine. Now she came, we lived with her. Remember, I've not lived with her for like a 15 years.
You've never stayed with her.
Yeah. So it's also difficult.
You know it's your mom, but now like you just don't know her at all.
You feel there's no connection.
Wow.
As much as you try to have the connection, there's no connection at all. Because then like the kid was like, even I don't know if he hated me or something, because everything, it was just on me. I'm like, oh my God. I would wake up so early in the morning to prepare him for school, and he's like, he can do it by himself, but I'm doing it for him. I do the chores before I go to school.
What age is that?
I was like 16, 17.
That's why I keep telling people, and don't forget your chain of thought. We'll continue that story. Of course, I have to say this because I'm always telling people, like when they come to my podcast, it's like if you have both parents and everything seems a bit balanced, because it doesn't have to be perfect,
exactly.
But just a bit balanced. Understand, like there are people who wake up every day, like even for you, you're waking up, you just don't even know what's going to happen today. And you're supposed to process that, process school, and imagine also like that age. See, that's the age for like they always say adolescence and everything.
Exactly.
Like that's where you're being confused with so many other different things, like emotionally, physically, and now like you have all these other exterior things happening. And parents are not there. It's basically like you raising yourself, like even at that point.
Yeah.
Plus add the chores now on top. And these are not chores that you're being paid for.
Yeah.
You have to do them, complementary tasks that you have to actually do them. And so I'm always telling people, like, just consider yourself lucky, because there's some people who, like, even regardless of whatever they're going through, like even you still keep your head high and you're still trying to make the best out of like your situation.
Yeah.
And you're still here. And, I'm always saying, like, you know what, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Let's just get back to the story and then we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what was I? You told me not to forget my channel.
No. Yeah, I was saying, like,
okay, it's time, like, I'm going to school. I used to wake up like at 4 a.m.
You're prepping, helping him.
4 a.m. and I'm going to school like 7:45. So you see, like 3 hours.
So chores is making breakfast, making sure his nini is okay. Uniform.
Yeah, making breakfast, kosha vyombo. I leave the house clean and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I go to school. Then I was like, the one who used to take me to school was my grandfather. He had a car, Probox, still has right now. So he used to like take me to school and then bring me back, because they said they should hire someone to take me to school, because that time Corona had happened. So school buses hazikuwa zinabeba watoto shule. You take your own kid to school.
Okay. Oh yeah.
No, take your own kids to school because the bus, they will be
kids mixing up, playing.
Yeah. So you take your own kids to school. So my mom didn't have a car, so they said, what relative? So my grandfather came and said, mi niko na gari, nitapelekanga Njeri shule na nitamkuwa namrudisha. I said, oh, okay. But you know, the conversation was, the agreement was, they buy my mom a car. She'd be taking me to school. They changed that conversation to like, we have a car already. Let me take them. So they don't want to remove, you know, they are managing my dad's properties. So what I kutoa hiyo pesa. So they say, pata kutoa hiyo pesa yote, chanikwe na sacrifice kumpeleka na gari yangu. So I took. So after I'm done with my IGCSEs, I stay at home for like, I remember results came out when it was my birthday. They used to come like IGCSE results comes out at on 12th August. So like zilikuja and I wasn't disappointed. They were fine. And I was like, okay, fine, because the agreement was if I fail, I'll go to Form 6 or I repeat. But I didn't fail.
You agree with who now, Sasa?
My mom and my relatives. You know, my relatives are the one who are
they're just making all these decisions.
You know, I remember I'm a child. So I'm like,
And so like, since they are grown-ups, whatever they say, sawa.
Yeah. Because I can't do anything. And something I can remember is that, or I still remember to this day, is that it's the pain I could see my relatives eating up my dad's money. Because I'm not yet 18.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
Nothing I can do. I cannot go to court. I cannot do. I'm not yet 18, and I'm like, oh my God, I'll just pray I reach 18 so fast before these things are done.
But you know the crazy part, and again, don't forget the chain of thought. We have to help each other here, so don't forget what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like, understand the age that you're at. We're talking about 16, maybe 15, 16. And this is something that you already have to process and think about, like, oh, my dad's property, my dad's this and that. And you're just young. You're supposed to be enjoying school. But now when I'm thinking about it, it's like, okay, even at times, maybe when opening school was that option, you're actually glad to be at school because now you're away from all the drama and everything, when home is supposed to be like the fun place, you know. But now, you know, unfortunately, that was not the situation. But still, like, you're a very strong individual to go through that.
I know.
And please go on.
So when I remember there's a funny story. I turned 18.
Yeah.
And
so you turned 18 in which year?
2021.
What? Just the other day.
Yeah, just like 2 years ago.
What? And then?
I know, 2021. So it took 3 months for my ID to come out. And it happened that the same day my ID was coming out, I had the thought of like running away from home.
Once you get that ID, you want to
I was like, I'm just waiting for my ID. It okay? So I used to go for like for computer classes.
Yeah.
So I just woke up one morning, prepared myself normally, took my bag normally, but I had put some clothes there. But my mom thought they were books. I told her, nimeenda shule.
Yeah.
But my plan was nenda kwa DC, kwa chief, what it was called, nichukue ID yangu. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have any money.
So where are you going?
Now this is the part. I take my ID. I walk like some 10 kilometers or 5. And then it's funny. Then there's this guy alikuwa na transist. I was like, "Msichana unaenda wapi?" Then Jameliza hivyo sitaki kukaa kama sijui kwenye naenda.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to Nairobi. I'm like, oh, hata mimi naenda Nairobi. Anaenda Mombasa, but napitia Nairobi. So I was like, okay, fine. You know, that time I didn't have the thought that this is a stranger. He might do bad things to me. I was like,
that's what I was just about to ask you. So you haven't seen enough movies, scary stories.
Exactly. So I was like, thank God this is a person who has been sent to give me the lift because I didn't have fare and money.
Yeah.
So nikapanda. We went. I didn't sleep because bado I still had the thought of like akiweza nifanyia mavitu. So sikulala.
Are you scared though?
I wasn't scared, but then I was like self-aware, like I'm cautious. I know what I'm doing. I wanted to look like I know what I'm doing.
You're a girl. Now, even if as a guy, if somebody still tells me to get in a truck, they're giving me like a lift. I'm not getting that.
Right now, I can't do that.
Then it's like
then
how?
It was like, you umefika mwisho, you
that's
want to
the
just
only
get
option
out
you
of
have.
home.
Yani.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't go to any relatives.
Yeah.
I'm so done with my mom kwenye tumefikishana. I'm like, I just want to be away.
That's how even your mom didn't create a good environment for you, like just
so
to.
Hard. It was so hard.
But to come to think about it, like these are two strangers. That she's your mom, but she's not your mom because you haven't grown around her forever.
Me,
Like that's just like somebody you've met, but biologically you have the, DNA, but you just don't,
Yeah.
Okay, I get you. So, of course, you're in the Nini now, transit now.
Yeah, they don't use the Nini, they use like njia za misitu. Tracts. Like you're coming from Nakuru.
So they're not even in the main road.
Yeah. So unapenda like, oh my God, just help me. Kama hii siku yangu leo, acha tuisikue ni siku yangu.
Okay, by the way.
Luckily tulifika.
Yeah.
It was like...
So it was just a good Samaritan.
Yeah. Actually, a very good Samaritan. He would ask me questions. I was like, yeah, I said like everything is all right. It's just that...
Oh, you didn't want to
get
like
into
it.
Details.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, niko tu sawa. So tukafika. I remember I didn't know about Nairobi that much. So nakumbuka I saw assignment kwa Mlolongo. That's where he dropped me. I was like, do you know where you're going to sleep? Because it was around 8. I was like,
was 8 at night?
Yeah, 8.
Uh-huh.
It's a track. Inena pole pole. It's
not like... by the way, true.
It take 5 hours.
Yeah.
So, akaniambia, you do know where you're going to sleep? I said, yeah, I'm going to. But it's late. How will I reach town? Akaniambia, I can book you a room. Alafu mimi nilale kwa truck. Truck they have beds.
Yeah.
Hapo nyuma. I'm like, no.
This one, hapo ndio koza.
So he gave me 200. Akaza like, sawa shike 200, jipange nayo. Kwenye utafika, he gave me his number. Kwenye utafika, wejua kwenye utafika.
Oh, but he's those ones of like
jua kwenye utafika, but ukifika vizuri uniambie.
Okay. Here's my number, call.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, it's 8. Nafika town, it's around 9:30, naelekea 10.
Okay, question as we're continuing the story. Okay, unaenda town, but where are you going? Where are you going? Okay, because I'm just trying to I'm trying to.
When I was in town.
Because even Mlolongo might be safer. Because town now you have like so many different lunatics. Unajua?
Alafu town it's so busy at night. Nakuru it's not busy at night.
CBD Nairobi is crazy at your hour. Everybody up and down.
So, but I was like, I don't have a phone. I don't have any money. So I'm in town. Kuna mtu atanipora ama atanifanyia nini. Akinipora ananipora manguo.
Yeah.
But we just like clothes. So I reached CBD. Then I went to an M-Pesa shop. I asked the guy, said, "Ina simu yako?" Because I know if I ask any other guy, atanipigia simu. So I went to an M-Pesa shop.
Yeah.
Like I say, said, "Sina simu, nipigie mtu." But then I'm like, I didn't have a number to call. So I remembered I used to talk to a guy called IG with my laptop back home.
Yeah.
So I asked the guy, can I log into IG? So the guy didn't have IG on his phone. I had to download.
Install.
Install.
And he was patient when you're doing all these things.
Yeah.
I
was like, yeah, you do what you're doing. I don't know why I got Samaritans that day. Because they were just good.
Yeah,
I didn't
just
find
one
any
of those
bad person.
days.
Yeah. So I was like, nika log into my IG and I went to the messages. And the guy that I was talking to, I told him I'm in Nairobi. This is what happens. Just come for me. I'll tell you the rest. So he gives me his number. I call him. He tells me enda panda sijui fika mahali panda gari za wendani nitakuchukua hapo. So nenda kwa wendani, nashuka gari, I go to an M-Pesa shop, I call the guy, mambe nimefika kwa wendani. So he comes, he used to live with his aunt. But that day, I don't know how Ali managed to get a friend. He slept at his friend's house. So I don't know when aliambia auntie yake. I don't know alimwambia I have exams tomorrow, I have to go read in school. And it's 10.
Just cooking up a story, yeah.
And it's 10. So like, okay, fine. So akakuja tukaenda kwa his friends. After that, we slept at his friends like one night. Then the other day, he went to his brother in, I don't know, this place is called Juja.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tukakaa kwa brother yake, but brother yake alikuwa so cautious. Alikuwa na feel like this is illegal, keeping you.
Yes. Yes. Even me, I'd be like, yo, wait, what's going on here?
You know, I'm a missing person. I would see like people posting pictures of me. I'm a missing person.
Pictures are there out there. Now, apana, that's too much pressure.
I would see, like, kwa IG, I saw my cousin posting.
Yeah.
Like, missing person, if you find, call this number.
Plus, you don't have a phone, of course.
I was using my friend's phone. and then my cousin saw I viewed the story. I was like, you're a missing person, but you're viewing a story. So he texted me.
Oh, so they can see, like, kwa stories.
Yeah. Like, okay, you're a missing person. I'm like, Jerry, wapi umetafutwa? It's been 3 days. Where have you been? I'm like, mi niko sawa. I'm very fine. It's just that I have one condition. I have rules when I come back.
Yeah.
So he connects me to my uncle. My uncle calls me through IG. I didn't want him to call me through the number because of tracking. Yeah. I don't know how I was smart that day, but I was like, amenipea namba yake ati nimpige. Sikupigi na hiyo namba. Nakupigia on IG. Si IG, we can talk. Let's talk on IG. Wikola kanambia unajua shosho amekuwa mgonjwa, amekupata pressure, sijui ati umekuwa missing nini. Niko like ni sawa. Shosho ameshikwa mgonjwa. Sasa yeye ndio amekuwa worse.
It can't be you ndio umeleta hizi magonjwa sasa.
Yeah, because like okay, unataka aje ni nini. Now this is like 5 days I'm in Nairobi.
Yeah.
The brother to my friend was like alikatasha nitafutia lawyer because I told him the story. Because he was doing law.
That's perfect.
Yeah, okay. Like nitakutafutia lawyer so that you can go back and But then we found that all that is not necessary. Just that it was a small misunderstanding.
Yeah.
So I told my uncle, I have rules. When I'm coming back, I'm not going back to my mom. I'm going to live at my grandmother's place.
Yeah.
Sitamsumbua, I'll be a good girl, I'll be doing everything. And right now I'm 18. I'm not doing anything right now. Sijajoin university bado.
Yeah.
So I'll need to get a job. So they say I'll go to my dad's place.
Yeah.
And be the assistant manager now. So yeah, so they agreed, then I came back. I remember because I went on Wednesday, nilirudi Thursday.
Yeah.
The other week. So this guy that alinisaidia, we said like if I go back to Nakuru and maybe I get the chance of, even if it's about work, then as I wait to go to university, I have to come to Nairobi University so that we can date. The guy that helped me.
Yeah.
Because we said we can't do it long distance.
Yeah.
I'm like, sawa. I don't know. Mbona mimi ni mbaya hivyo. I went and ghosted that guy.
You ghosted him?
Yeah.
You ghosted him?
And he helped me. I feel so bad, but I'm like, it's life.
Yeah, it's life.
Hata ule mwenye alibeba na taxi kumpigia nikimwambia nilifika.
You know the craziest part about that, and I'll let you get back to that. Like even me, I've been in so many different situations. I remember even there's a time I had gone to some event, and then I was just going to my car, right? Walking to my car. And then I'm seeing these 3 girls. Like one of them is crying, and then like the true friends are like trying to console her. And then moja naka like the handbag is torn and nini. And me, I've just been in enough situations. I'm always like, I don't want to get involved in this. And then again, like in my head, I'm just like, should I help them or ask them what's wrong or nini? And then I'm still like, mind your own business. because these things keep happening in Nairobi. And then I was like, those ones of like, I've met so many ungrateful people. Every time I help them, they never show any gratitude or even just show any appreciation. So I just say like, you know what? I'm going home. I don't have anyone else in the car. So I asked them like, okay, what's wrong? What's going on? Are you guys okay? Like, oh, no, my friend has been robbed, nini. Those guys were actually chasing us. That's why we had to go in distress and everything. Can you actually just please help us get to town, by the way? Aki, please. So I'm looking at them. I'm like, okay, sawa. If I get you guys to town, takuwa sawa. They're like, yeah, Aki, please. So they get in the car, right? And then the first thing that one of them says, like, Aki, I hope you're not like a robber or some rapist or nini. So I just turn like this, and I'm like, I was just minding my own business. I was literally
But they didn't know?
No, but I'm just saying, like, I was literally just going home. Me just going out of my way to ask, like, are you guys okay? Now I'm even being accused or suspected to be
a robber.
Yeah, so I'm just those ones of like, but then again, I was just like, maybe they're just stressed out and the same thing. Oh, in fact, it's their phones. All their phones had gone. Phones had gone. Because I guess like two boys surrounded them. They took like a lot of things. Like, so their phones, everything was gone. So we get to town. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just writing down this number, which I wrote down in my Instagram handle. And I told them like, just please let me know if you'll be okay. Just let me know once you get to where you're going. Nijue mko sawa. Of course, they never communicated back, like till maybe like one of them texted me like after a month or so.
Maybe ndo alipata simu.
After 1 month.
What do you expect? You think simu ikipotelea atabaiwa kesho?
You left Nakuru heading to Nairobi. You managed to ask an M-Pesa guy, installed.
That time
logged
I
in.
Remember hata hiyo namba nilipoteza. That note.
No, but even you just saying that. But as a guy, I'm just telling you, I've been in situations where I've helped so many different people in distress and they just never communicated back. And then I was just like, you know what? As long as I played my role of being like a nice person, that's what matters to me. Like even nowadays, I never expect anything back from someone just because I did something good from them. I'm always those ones of like, I played my part. I look at it as tithe.
Tenda wema nenda zako.
Bas, exactly. Tenda wema nenda zako. I do not even like, it's like, you just did that. I'm like, yes, I'll just do that, keep it moving, because I think it's just the right thing to do. And also, even not you, if your sister was ever in such a situation, wouldn't you want somebody to just help them out of the kindness of their heart without like demanding or holding them at ransom or anything? Yeah. So I understand. Of course, sorry to the guy who was ghosted. So I feel
no, but we came back.
I understand you.
No, we came back and like we talked. Like,
okay.
Maybe like for like after 6 months. And
okay.
we dated.
Oh, okay.
We actually tried dating.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir.
So
okay. Okay, sawa. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sawa.
I'm not a bad person after all.
Okay, sawa.
Yeah, I gave him a chance.
Okay. Sawa. At least now, At least now it makes sense.
Can be okay.
Yeah. So now you're going back home with your conditions and everything.
Yeah. I told him, this is how I want this. Now I'm 18.
Yeah, you're not adult now.
This is the thing I've been longing for.
Waiting for.
I'm now 18. I'm telling shit. This is what I want. I've seen you eating my dad's money and I've had enough.
Yeah.
So it's my time now to shine. So like now they said like actually money wasn't enough for me to come to Nairobi. Like school in Nairobi, because in Nairobi you have to like rent a house and now school, and I was supposed to go to the same level of school I was in high school. Like I was in an international, so they expect me to go like to Daystar, Strathmore, USIU or CUAE. So I'm like, okay, fine. They said let me go to Kabarak. It's a private school.
Yeah.
So I went and applied and I got a chance there. So I studied there for I started my diploma actually, by the way. So I did my diploma for 2 years. I just finished last year. And now I'm waiting to join degree.
Okay.
So, but now in this period, I'm living with now it's just that I came back to my mom because I felt like my shushu.
So you're moving to this place, you're thinking it's better,
Yeah.
and then you're going to the next, you're like, hey, apana.
Before I moved to like my shushu's place, I went back to my uncle's place. I didn't last a month.
You're like, hey, nyapa.
I'm like,
I can't.
No, I went back to my shushu's place.
Yeah.
I didn't last a week. I went to my mom's place, yeah. So there at least nilikaka.
Yeah.
Like since 2020. 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, 2022 to like last year now. Not like early this year. So it was like almost 2 years. And so I decided like now I'm like this time I have nowhere else to go. I can't like I can't be just going to people's places. My uncle, my aunt, Nini. Let me now go to my place. Now okay. I was working, nilikuwa nimesave pesa. So I went for house hunting. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anyone. Just my one cousin.
Yeah.
Because I remember yeye ndo alinipea gas. Nikaenda nikatafuta nyumba. And then
so where is this now? In Nakuru?
Yeah, it's still in Nakuru.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can't say the specific place because
no. You can't say. You can't say. You don't have to. Yeah.
So in Nakuru. So I went for house hunting. I got a house. I paid it for like 3 months. And then I entered. So, but how I entered is because it's like my mom knew I was going to work. So the same way I escaped from home, like I woke up, went, and like I was just going to school. This is how I did the same way. Yeah, I was. I just packed my few things, my clothes, and then I said, I'm going to work. I didn't return in the evening because I was just going to my place. Yeah. I receive calls, I'm not picking calls. I didn't pick calls for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
From my uncles, but I could text them like, I'm okay. Yeah. I'm not missing this time.
Yeah, I'm okay. So don't start posting video like online.
Because my mom still has that picture of me. I'm like, ninaweka.
Just in case.
Because the things you put me through. I wish I had a picture, but akonayo. And it's not just like one picture. It's like we were a lot of people, then like a crop. So it's just, I just look so funny in that picture because it's... So I stayed in my place. Remember I'm not picking calls for like 2 weeks. So then after 2 weeks, I'm now starting to pick calls. I'm like, my aunt is calling me a lot. I'm like, okay, fine. Then Jerry end up in nini. I'm like, mi niko sawa. Niliamua nijitegemee because nikiishi na nyinyi.
It's too stressful.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, like about my dad's work. Like it was not doing well.
Yeah.
You know they say, kazi ya mtu ni mwenyewe.
That's true. That's true.
So my dad is not there.
You can see mismanagement and
like plus, I could see like, oh my God.
You remember like your dad was such a hard worker that he used to come back at home at what time? And
he used to go to Nairobi like 4 days in a week.
Yeah.
Every week, 4 days. I make sure stock is there. Stock is there.
And I'm guessing the people who are there now,
they're not. They're taking even a month to go for the stock. Sasa customer akikuja anapata hakuna kitu like mara tatu si atasema
they can move to a different place.
Yeah, so like now that business ikakuwa so common in Nakuru now. So my dad, it Kimsnet. So Kimsnet ika fall off.
Because so if he wasn't there, other people now start thinking like, okay, because hayuko siwacha mimi nianze kuleta even if it's kidogo, I provide and supply for people, and then within time sasa other people also start adapting the business.
Because the time like if you could ask someone, Kimsnet ni wapi? Oh, Kimsnet ni pale. But right now Kimsnet hawana hiyo. Enda kwa Jose, enda kwa Morgan, enda kwa nani, enda kwa Grace ni nini? I'm like, okay, fine. You could hear people talking in matatus when you're going to turn them like,
what?
Kimsnet waliangusha vitu. Then maybe they don't know you because you are
you're a kid then.
Yeah, I was a kid. Unasikia tu utakuongea tu kwa gari. Kimsnet waliangusha vitu. Au mafamilia yao ni mabaya. Wangeacha sijui nini. I'm like, anyway. So like relatives now they're the ones who even meet me like, pushed me to like even post now that video because they have tarnished my dad's name. The business it's imeanguka. Nothing has remained. It's just that even the school fees, because the work was supposed to pay school fees for my other siblings.
Yeah.
Now they're asking my mom, who's living in the rentals, to add money.
Are you serious?
Because there is not enough money to pay for the school fees.
So they've mismanaged everything.
Everything.
Okay, by
So
the
like
adults,
he had like some stores in Nakuru CBD. They were all closed down because they couldn't pay the rent. The shop was like 2 floors, so 1 floor was closed down, so it remained the down floor. And still it doesn't have like the good things now. It kuna bado tu zile vitu za kitambo. And you know nowadays things are going with trends
so fast. Saizi especially we think with China na nini stocks, exactly. Like after 1 month 2 things are new, the other ones ziko nje.
Yeah, so things fell off. So they even had the lorry that was my dad had bought. It's not even like into work right now. It's just at home.
A lorry.
My dad's car. He had a van, the high roof. It's just at home. My stepmom bought a car. I feel that it's still at home. Imagine being ungrateful. You're being bought a car, but you're killing someone to inherit the properties. And you're being given everything. You can access his bank accounts, but it's still not enough for you. Now you've taken away the father of your kids. Now your husband. Now it's not like you inherited anything. It's now a loss for everything. So like I remember I was working at my dad's place. So me nikasema nikajitoa. I was like, I can't manage this anymore. I can't help manage because I'm giving out ideas, but they're not implementing them. They're like ni kazi ya Mungu like yes ni kazi ya Mungu, but if you're not working towards it, how will it like grow? My Guka is so ignorant, but I'm like it's fine. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. So
plus if you think about it, I'll let you finish that. If you think about it, your methods are already not working. So clearly what you guys are doing, it's not good for the business. Why not try something
new? Something and actually it's something that made me like nitoke to hiyo job because the same building there is a woman alikuwa na a small shop like this. Alikuwa na the same things when my dad used to be there, but then sasa iko imegrow, but right now she's 3 times better, bigger because I'm on a chance. Kittness is not doing the work they're doing, so let me do it. So akata ameongeza floors, ameongeza nini, she's importing stuff like how my dad used to. She's doing what analeta mzigo, so like give them like it's normal. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I start a business of selling shoes mtumba uko town. Na ikatu kwa kakibanda tu. I just had a shed. I did that for like a year. And then I was like, that's when I was living with my mom. Like then I used to like sell them online and some few clothes. Then I'm like, okay, fine. So now the money that I had saved, nikasema let me start living alone. Then I look for a job, I be employed because sasa I can't go on with my work because nimetumia pesa zote ku move out. I can't like bring new stocks and stuff. So I get employed to this car wash as a car wash manager. I just be taking money and paying the car wash boys because they used to be paid on commission. So I worked there for like 2 months, and then I saw like it's not worth it because the employers are not serious. They are not implementing the ideas we're giving them. And now there's another car wash opposite. They are doing better. So it's not good. I go. Now I got employed to this gas supply enterprise. So that's where I'm working at the moment. And and before that I used to like wash B&Bs, clean B&Bs.
I think I've seen you like post that like even on your
like my boss like mwenye akona gas company akona B&Bs pia. So he said because I'm still looking for a lot of money because I'm now living alone. I don't want to like fall off and start going back to my parents because that will be such a disappointment. So I was just doing extra work for extra money. It was like 7 to 9 work.
And this is how old are you? And that's what I'm saying.
I'm
You see how old when you're doing these things.
Yeah.
That's because now is when you're 21, right?
Yeah.
So you are 19, 20 doing this.
No, it's
Or
just
18.
like no, it's this year.
Oh, okay.
Early
So
this year, yeah.
20.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
see, like, for other 20, and that's why I'm always saying, like, there are people who are very ignorant because they are privileged to have so many other things. When you wake up in the morning, you don't have to think about rent.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking about, like, okay, you've even quitting and moving jobs at 20 trying to survive.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, other 20-year-olds, you try and explain this to them, they think it's a movie, ama you're lying. But there's somebody out there who, at that age, they're trying to figure out so many different things. You're thinking of bills, better job, future, dad's property being mismanaged, his legacy, and you have to process all these things happening with nobody to lean on.
It's just you.
It's just you.
Yeah.
Okay, sawa. So now you've said, like, okay, other jobs so now at this point, I'm guessing for you to survive, you're just doing, it's the jobs that you're doing and things on the side that are making you able to pay rent, utilities, and food and everything.
Yeah.
At 21.
You know.
Hey. Okay, so like a little bit of a backtrack now, right? Because at least you've given like us like a really nice background of how everything, and even up to where you are right now, right? So, like now for this, your stepmom now, right? Because even for you to post like how you posted like it on TikTok, right? What did the court say exactly? Because you said like you're still waiting for the court's verdict or decision on.
We're still waiting for the court to like decide. It's still ongoing.
So what is the court saying? Like, what's the process now? Like, where's the?
I stopped going to court because I was like, I used to go to court, but now I stopped going to court because I'm like, my uncles are not just serious. Also, you know, they have taken over my dad's things. Now they say wakilipa lawyers, hii court itaisha haraka, and things will have to be divided. But there are not things to be divided.
Wait, so like now at this point there isn't anything that you can say.
That you can say at easy.
Everything that your dad actually already.
The thing that is just remaining to where my mom is living, like the rentals. It's just that it, and we are surviving on that. She's paying my school fees and kids' school fees and like living, eating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's not like enough.
What about?
And for the other siblings.
Oh, the other. Ooh.
Yeah. So you see, we are like 5.
That's a lot.
5.
That's a lot. Okay, and then now another thing, because like, and that's what I'm saying, like that TikTok post was so, it might look simple, but there's so much to unpack from that. Because you said, like, and you said a specific figure. You said she paid someone.
Some people, yeah.
Some people or someone?
Some people. There were 3 guys.
So what exactly did they do? Because I mean, what?
You remember, like I told you, like that
you
night,
woke up.
That
you just
night,
woke.
yeah, I saw like headlights.
Yeah.
Reflect. You know, you can't see it like in a reflect wall.
Yeah.
Because it was a big compound.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're thinking your dad is, and then kumbe that moment, and when they are hijacking my dad, and then they killed him, and then his body was found in like cemeteries, just out the cemetery in Nakuru.
When he was he was actually coming home.
Yeah.
And then once he got home, they kind of kidnapped him or hijacked.
Yeah.
And went with him, and he was just found dead.
Yeah, he was just found dead because like alikuwa amedungwa mshale, alikuwa imetokea hii side, like from here to the other side, because I could remember seeing him kwa mochari.
You went?
Okay, during the burial, they did the viewing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do viewings.
And then the people said, I had to view. Then the people was like, you could see the people who were there. Alikuwa nasema how it was like, alikuwa
how it happened.
Yeah, like amepierced like the head. The arrow went through the head. And it's like, okay. Now like my mom was like, and you could see during like kwa funeral, like she was even fainting and crying. Kumbe all that time she's the suspect. Like people are so crazy.
Now she was being extra dramatic, nini.
Yeah, she was falling, she was doing
Crying,
I'm like,
of course, nini.
Yeah, and I'm like there, okay, yeah, maybe she's feeling it and like that. Kumbe like in January, even at 1 month ijaisha vizuri, like day 3, I could remember day 3.
Yeah.
So when like police came to our house, that's when it was before. No, was before I went to my uncle's place.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, oh, they're arresting her because they have found nini. They have found like traits of nini. How do I call it? Like the trails of like him being her being the
How
suspect.
everything happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay.
And that's why
to be your own person.
And that's why and it's very important even for you to just highlight such a story, because I'm always telling people, like, even like, let's say how I deal with like my relationships and stuff. I'm always telling people, like, even if you roll your eyes at me when we're arguing, from that day, just understand I'm not comfortable being around you.
For real?
Yes.
Take it that serious.
You have to either you apologize or, because at times we also have to understand the thing is that's what always leads onto something. Because okay, sir, today you've rolled your eyes. Okay, tomorrow maybe you're shouting. To make it even worse, you don't talk to me 2 days. You won't even know how that relationship ended, because I do not know what's going on in your head. How am I supposed to process? What if you have a plan for doing something? And even like for my case, I can say, if, somebody has been following me like online, I've also have been building myself, like just as a man, I've been growing and every different thing. So I'm not just saying this as a by the way, I'm just saying like, I do not know what goes on in other people's head. So like you've said, it could be your own person, because that's the easiest person to get you. This
they
somebody,
know you, they know your weakness.
They know how you like your coffee.
Yeah.
In the morning, I just put something. Hey, kahawa, serve it to you hot.
Yeah.
You're gone. You just had coffee, gone.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like for me, like even in relationships, like if you're the kind of person like I can't talk to, it has to end. Unfortunately, where I am right now in life, it's because I'm trying to get to 80 or 90. I'm trying my best to get to 80 to 90. So I'd rather natural causes take me than somebody who like maybe has ill intentions. And imagine how bad that would feel, because it's unfortunate, because once your life is gone, you're already gone, right?
Yeah.
But imagine how he was such a hard worker, especially just with that, the way you've just said, like he had the biggest shop, other people were looking up to him, shipping things, coming home at night, traveling for business. He was such a hard worker. And then the one person that you give access to your life, and because that's somebody that you trust, you share with like maybe your business ideas. And to be honest, like even I think like just as a guy now being in my 30s, at times we get vulnerable a bit and even just share a little bit more by, but I'm expecting to make this much this year and nini. You also have to understand like these things are so scary, because if you're saying this to somebody who you might not be in good terms with the next year, they can plan anything for you.
Yeah.
Anything. And even that aside, even like, let's say in my house, let's say I'm seeing somebody, like the way people normally say like, hey, can I bring my friends over? I have to know who your friend is, because I have to see like, okay, so where are they coming from? Will they be too excited when they see something? Oh, come on, not now. Not when I'm talking about this serious conversation. So I even have to understand your friend, who you're bringing. Will your friend look at something in my house? They'll be like, hey, you nakaka pesa ngapi? If your friend says that, you and your friend are never coming back to my place. Yeah. Because like, I do not know. I don't know if their boyfriend is a thug somewhere, because the boyfriend be like, ati uliona nini kwa hiyo hao? Sawa, sasa kenye tutafanya ni hivi na hii. They can easily, because you have to understand like, and also economic times right now. And the unfortunate part is like, for what you're explaining, like even your story, like this is somebody you love. They have access to everything that you're doing, and they still end up doing this to you. And the worst part is like this first daughter who he really truly cared and loved for.
Yeah.
And you're doing this in front of them, and they still have to process this and live with it
For the rest of their life.
for the rest of their lives. And also, like, now, even just to ask about that, like, but what good memories do you have, like, yeah, you know, about your dad? Because, you know, you didn't get to say goodbye.
Yeah. You know, he once
Do
took
you-
me to his business trip
He
in
did.
China.
He
Yeah,
took you.
Yeah, before he trusted my aunt to raise me for like 3 years.
Wait, he took you to China to
Yeah.
just see how he was.
Yeah, there's a photo at home, but yeah.
Now you see, because I'm just, yeah, but yeah, anyway, just back to the question.
That's
as I
why I
was
like
asking.
using my name like Grace Kimani, not Grace Njeri. Because
Ah,
that's my Njeri, it's my grandmother's name. I want to use my dad's name.
yeah.
My first name and my dad's name, that's it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, just to put his legacy, Pia, kind of like,
Yeah,
Still
I
on
want
it.
to continue his name, but then
yeah.
it seems like I'll have to continue it my own way, but not how he wanted it to be.
Of course,
Because of course he wanted his business to grow better and better and better, but now it can't because the point it has reached, it's damaged done.
No, but you know, you can nini his legacy in so many different ways. As
Yeah.
long as you have his name, how I'm always looking at it. And that's what I'm saying, like, whatever you're processing at 21, I do not know how you're doing it. Because for me, like, okay, maybe when I was younger, I could. Nowadays, I cannot take, like, there's some small things, they just happen, but I'm like, why? It could just be somebody rearranging something from my house. And then, you know, like the cleaning lady, haven't told her this. Like, here's the thing. There's a way I normally, like, put, you know, the tissue facing this other side when it's peeled this way.
But she put it
Every
there.
time she comes, cleans the house, and turns it like this.
You speak out.
Back, I'm like, no, I always want to, but after she's left, now
You
is when I remember. I'm like,
Oh.
okay.
All
But
the time.
all the time. Even when she's here, because if I tell her something once, she never forgets. She'll always make sure. But so now I'm just saying, like, such small things, Kitambo, they never used to. Like, I'd be like,
I
that's
know
just. But nowadays, like, the smallest things. That's why I've said, like, even in relation. Now you roll your eyes at me, I'm already, like, on guard. I'm like, hey, this won't last.
But I've been in very toxic relationships.
You.
I've like ignored the red flags. Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
I
let's speak about that, and I'll also like explain a little bit, like, you know, like what kind of toxic relationship would you say? Like, what's toxic to you? Because
Domestic
also
violence.
domestic violence. Okay, now and wait. Before I touch on that, because I still have to go back at you're only 21. You know that.
So that time I was 19.
Okay, sour. Now he is even like such another thing to unpack. So 19. When you're in a relationship, do you find like you're the one who's initiating that? Because that's something that
Initiating what exactly?
maybe the toxic part. You know, at times they say, like, you know, girls who've gone through like a lot in life are very hard to be with in a relationship, because they'll always try to connect something that they missed or go back to something that they know. Because, like, let's say if you're already used to pain, arguing and fighting, at times it might not be consciously that you're doing that, but maybe it's chaos that makes you feel like it's the only thing that you can identify with.
Oh, for me, it's like I'm not the one who initiated that. Like, for sure. It's just that guy saw that I'm so vulnerable and he took the advantage because he saw that I'm like looking for some kind of love. Remember, like, I was like, no one is loving me.
Going
The way I
through,
wanted
like-
to be loved. Yeah. So like he saw this chance and like, okay, fine. And that time I was like, I don't want to be single. I don't want to be alone. I don't like. I'll feel like I don't know what.
Especially when you don't want to be alone.
Yeah, I don't like. I feel like it's. I don't know, but it just made sense that I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be lonely.
Yeah.
I just want to have someone. So I think I was like not reading the red flags because I would confront this guy.
What were the
about
red flags?
the guy talking to some other girls, and he'll say like, he was working in a movie shop, and girls will come and awekea movie free.
This is my
I'm
customer.
like, this is money you're missing, naonekea free. So what else is going on? Jota mimi naonekea free, so to go in one group.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Anaekea movie free, anama text kwa. I will see like his messages, and he will tell me, like he will show me the way he's saving my number, and I'll be like he was so manipulative. And like even me knowing her mother, and I would still go to his house when the mother is around, and the mother was just okay and like that.
Yeah.
I was just taking the smaller parts, but I'm not looking at the bigger part, the red flags, because there's a time like he used to like, what's it called? I've forgotten.
No, take your time. Or we can go back to that. You can think about it, and then we'll still go back to it.
Oh, like yeah.
But I always have questions for Daisy. If you've realized, like for me, it's just like I have to. Can I ask something else then?
Yeah.
So like, let's say in a relationship right now, like what? Because even just with everything that you've gone through, do you think it's easy for you to process a relationship? Because you're always used to bouncing from one place to another, and maybe not getting the love that you already used to. Because like I say, like the one person that gave you, I think, unconditional love was your dad, and that was like the one person for a fact. And even if you can imagine, like right now, especially being 18, he could have been still doing like everything like for you, like maybe by now, I think, because if he took you to China at, what was the age you said?
It was like 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
That's how, like, let's say Somalis and Indians always introduce their kids to their business at a very young age. So that by primary, you're already doing like the math huko hivo. Like you're doing your math homework, but you're also doing some for the business kidogo. By the time you get to secondary or nini, you're already managing his business. You know how to nini workers, restocking, and even he can send you now even to go somewhere like outside the country alone to actually get something, get details, and bring supplies. But now, not having that anymore, like, I'm sure how would you even choose like a partner to be with? Because nobody can feel like the shoes that your dad had and what he was doing for you, because it was everything.
I was just risking, trying and see how it's going to end. I don't know. But I gave myself time, like the whole of 2023. I was single. I gave my time to process, focus on my work, school, and try to see what exactly am I looking for. Because I can't get the fatherly love from my boyfriend.
But do you think... No. I understand. But is that something that when you're in a relationship, you want to or crave? Because
I used to, but now I'm like, let me heal. Let me now get the love that I'm supposed to get, not the love that my dad used to give to me. And I found.
Also, like now you're in a relationship.
Now I'm in a relationship and I'm
stable,
very comfortable. It's been like 4 months.
4 months is too fresh.
It's not fresh.
No, we'll talk after.
Been friends, so yeah.
Oh, somebody you've been friends with for a while.
Yeah, for a while.
So
it's something, and so we're good.
So what kind of things do you do, like I don't know what 21-year-olds do, like in relationships to just make it
like in my times I used to like expect I text you every day, calls at night, late night calls, but right now I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing the late night calls. I'm not doing the texting all the time.
But you're 21. How are you so nini like?
I don't know. It's just that I got chilled. I don't know. It's just like it just came. I'm not craving for like that teenage love anymore. I'm just like, okay, fine. I'm chilled right now. I just talk when it's necessary. We are both working, so you work. You can text when you're free. I can text when I'm free. We make time to meet. Yeah, because we can even stay like 2 weeks without meeting, but we are talking. But then it's like
it's not overwhelming someone with expectations. You should be doing this.
Like when I call his number, I found it busy because I know what work he's doing. So
your line is just busy all the time. When I'm trying, maybe somebody stayed with for 1 week. Mpaka I'd ask them like, what's wrong with you? Because I was like, I'm supposed to call them at lunch. I'm supposed to call them at evening. Mpaka those ones of like, you haven't even asked me how my work was. I'm like, you were working. Why would I even disturb you in the course of the day? Plus, I get to see you in the evening. So why do I even need to call you to check up on you in the middle of the day? Plus, I'm also trying to make money on the side with other things that I'm doing. Like, get your job done. We're meeting in the evening anyway. So, I was just like, okay, that didn't even last because I was, like I said, for me, like all those back and forths, I'm always choosing like peace.
Yeah.
Maybe it's peace that makes me like still look young. Because if I don't choose that, I think by now ngekuwa kamzee sana. I'd have been gone through it.
Yeah. And one thing that I made sure is like having friends, like choosing friends. Like right now, I barely have friends. Like ati you can
bestie,
have a friend.
You don't have a bestie?
Bestie mna gossip nini. I don't have. Like cause vitu za gossip hakuna hiyo time. Mtagossip nini? Mtagossip celebrities ama your other friends.
That's true.
I found it unnecessary right now. I'm just chilled. I just there if niko off days kama leo ningekuwa tu nimeita mafua amefua and I'm just watching my series. I cook, I sleep. I just be like that.
Rest.
Yeah, I just don't go at town. I go idle, I do window shopping. I meet some people. We go for lunch. No, I'm just like.
But also,
people are like, you're missing it. I'm like, I'm not missing it. It's just that I've not found the right people.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Because there are people right now. Because in my story, like, people are saying I'm like, nimekuwa mature haraka sana. I'm like, no, it's the situations.
But your situation also does not want somebody mwenye, like, you can't think nini. Because anybody else would have, like, lost it.
If you're living with your parents and me, I'm living alone, we are not allied.
You are not the same. You don't think the same way.
You don't think the same way. You can think like this. I might tell you things, you think it's something
unakuwa too serious wewe. Unakuwa serious sana.
Uko so serious na maisha. You're still young, you're still 20. I'm like, I don't have a choice.
What's the alternative?
What's the alternative? I start joking. I say, just go to look for friends. We go for clubbing. I've never gone to a club, actually.
Never?
Never. I've never experienced being to a club. At ile club, ati mnenda mna kunywa mna nini. Not, but I've nishai kunywa nikazima, but not in a club.
Just a friend. Home setting, just experimenting, trying it out.
Not by myself, but with the other people.
We're just friends. Yeah.
But no silly at a club mnenda. Like sometimes I just have the picture of like in a club, people are sweaty there, kuna makelele, huyu anasema nini, huyu anakunywa nini.
Ingine anakushauti hapa kwa shingo.
So I feel mtu anajaribu kudansia, anakuforce to dance, anakujaribu kuongelesha. It's so busy in there. It's so chaotic. I just want to be chill.
But even you can experience that maybe in a more subtle way. Maybe you can try something like brunch. Because brunch, it's just during the day. It would be like nice music that ambient, eating like some food kidogo. Cause
I've done that alone, but I'm just like not.
Okay, sawa. Okay, maybe now if you find
alone.
Maybe if you find like your clique, of course, maybe. But also understand, because like even just I think you've just been forced to grow up like that. And also another thing that I would want to ask, of course, like just even, but where do you want to be maybe in 3, 4, 5 years? Because your life is just like, at 16, 17, uko unaongea juu ya, but anyway, where do you want to be like maybe in 4 or 5 years?
Okay, I'll hope I'll be done with my degree. I have my papers. There's some kind of work I'm trying to work on at this point. I hope it goes well, because it will be like I've employed myself and it will just be me. and I hope it will go well. It will be able to, like, because I'm also planning to be paying my own school fees, because my mom is struggling with the other kids,
So
and I
right-
don't want to pressure her.
Okay.
So I want to just, like, the work that I'm starting, that I'm planning to start, or it's still in development, it will cater for me for that long, for the 5 years and stuff, and I'll be able to, like, have my papers, like, be able to work in a big company as a financial analyst or an accountant or an economist, whether in Kenya or outside. I'm open
Yeah.
to,
Right. See, that's 4-year projection. Now wengine huku they're just blacking out every Friday. Wakiamka, we don't even know what we want.
I hate that hangover feeling. Like,
It's not the best. It's not okay, but drinking, it just depends on even like your people. There's a way you can drink to actually. There are people when you're going to drink, and that's the difference I noticed with people. And even at times, like when we're just having fun, and I'm always telling people I want to be involved in foolishness, especially like, let's say we are going to drink, right? Me, I'm drinking to have fun, just to unwind, relax. And then you're looking at somebody else, you're like, huyu anakunywa, they are trying to kill themselves. Bas, mwingine huku is like, okay, I'm so stressed with work. So you see, these people are not even drinking to just enjoy. Because if we were drinking to enjoy, we'd be sipping kidogo, 1, 2, and then you're done. Because we are talking, nini, and we know we have cash to process and do other things. But you just see a bottle of liquor, lazima ishe, you have to black out. And
those
then
are just the unemployed. They don't have anything to worry about.
Some people are employed and that's how they drink. In Nairobi on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday pia, like after brunch, they shikanisha usiku nini. Those people need to go to work. They need to. But that's what I'm saying. Like now you need to even balance with friends, because such people will influence you. You'll find yourself waking up, like you've said, hangovers. You underperform at work. You're not eating balanced or nice meals. And then that's why you see like other people who are like looking, even honestly speaking, older than they're supposed to. But you're beating down your body too much. Alcohol, not eating right. You're not giving it time to recover. Plus, you're not also prioritizing on just your personal growth. Because I think at times, like now, it's even not just even millennials still go through it. And Gen Z definitely, mostly. A lot of people don't like talking about just life in general. People want to escape with gossip, entertainment. But when you sit down and want to talk to somebody about like just life in general, it sounds too serious. Hey, siwezi ongea about nini. But you have to.
Yeah,
you
because
have to.
It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen. You can try and run away from life, but life will catch up with you. Because we also know, like, let's just say, even if we have parents, we have to come and understand some terms. Like, at some point, our parents will grow old. They will need assistance from you. At some point, we also have to realize we won't live forever. Like you've noticed, like also, life is not like guaranteed, like every day that you're guaranteed I'm going to get to 80 or 90. And just like for you, I'm sure maybe when you're a kid, you're always looking forward to when you're going to graduate, show your dad maybe your degree. He may be welcoming like your first child and all those things. But also now, like just after something like that happening, it makes you like I said, you're looking at life completely differently than somebody else who knows they can wake up, sleep. I need rent, it's sent to them. I need pocket money, it's sent to them. I need money for like maybe grooming, it's sent to them. You can't view life the same way as them. But all in all, this person, if they don't understand the privilege that's there, one day life will unfortunately teach you the hardest way. But once you start talking about like just life in general, like, okay, mi naeza taka kukuwa hapa, I would want to be able to do. This is how you handle like even such a situation. It helps you grow even with your friend circle. And you'll come to find that, even when you start making money, you're making money. Like your friend is making money, you're making money. But it's just like, you can't escape from life. And I think that's why, like even on my podcast, I always, like I told you, I like bringing ordinary people who are just going through experiences that I can't process what you've processed. I can't. I think I will have a very difficult time just to But now when I meet somebody who's gone through that, they're talking about it and they're still focused on everything, you know, because I don't know how you manage it, but just the fact that you're here and you're still showing that, you know, you can be, most people your age would be doing drugs heavily, especially after such an experience. Yeah. Drinking and smoking and whatever pills like you Gen Z people use nowadays, they'd be like doing all those things and just, okay, now another thing that I've also remembered. At any point, because that's why I'm asking you, like, how do you process it? Have you ever had to go through therapy?
No.
No therapy?
No therapy, just me. But I've ever thought of suicide.
You have thought about it?
Yeah, thought about it.
Did you attempt?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I actually
You did?
But then it wasn't successful. I don't know, something just came in my mind, like, no. I was to stab myself. That was just...
Stab?
Yeah, that was just before I even, like, ran away from home. Like, it was either, like, even I have a diary. It's there. Yeah. It's either I commit suicide or I run away. So I chose to run away.
Made a good decision. Because, you know, but even like, I think I've had guests who've come to the podcast and they've said, that's why I've asked you, like, okay, have you ever, by the way, because I don't even know why I didn't think of asking that question. Because a lot of people come to my podcast, they've gone through therapy and they say how it's helped them and everything. But even for me, I've told them, like, whatever I've gone through in my life, I've never found myself in a situation where I had to go for therapy. Because I'm always looking at life like this. Maybe, you never know. Let me not speak too soon and then siku moja mnanipata, I have to go in for therapy. Just stress is too much. But I've always thought about life this way. And maybe it's because of age. When we're brought in this life, I think we also have to understand that life is not meant to be just smooth and happy throughout. Can you imagine if life was just beautiful and just happiness every single day? Every single day. No heartbreaks, no going broke today, no relatives like having shambles huku hivi mnapigana. Imagine if life was just pure. You get your dream job, family. How do you think life would have been if everything was just perfect?
I don't know how it would have been, but according to how things are right now, I would think maybe we could be like so weak at time.
Yeah.
Because we are used to.
Yeah.
Like if right now things change and things start to be perfect, everything it will be so different because tutaona kama this is a setup.
There's something. What's going on up here? What's
God,
going on?
what are you doing?
Yeah.
It will be like, because now we know like the hard work, what makes us strong. But now being in the soft life, I don't know how it would have been. But it would have been the way it would have been that time. But according to it now, I think challenges
they make you stronger. Yeah. They make you stronger and they prepare you just for so many other different things. You also have to understand like what you've gone through and how you've processed it. If you have kids, now you know how you can move accordingly with so many different things. What you would want to provide for them to make sure they don't have like maybe a bad experience. Not necessarily making them seem weak, but also like just teaching them proper about life. For you, I'm sure you'd prepare your kids in such a very different way because you had to be a grown-up at 16, 15.
I raised my siblings like their own mother.
So that's why even now, when you're talking about... I would
carry my siblings. Like, they're twins. I would carry them like this. One here, one here. And my mom would just sleep.
Ew. No, but I'm just saying, like, even just going through that, already it has prepared you for whatever you've gone through. It has already prepared you for adulting. Adulting won't be hard for you. That I can guarantee you. Because who's gonna throw anything? What else can be thrown at you right now that you won't be able to handle?
Nothing.
Ati mtu ati nimeambiwa nioshe vyombo. Okay, I'm so stressed. My mental health is not okay.
Or kuchagua kazi. When you are looking for work, uanze kuchagua.
That's another thing.
You have maybe umepewa option ya kuosha choo. You don't want just because it's a dirty work. But you don't know where you're going to remove that money. But at now, uchagui kazi. Do it, and after that you get a better one, a better one, a better one.
And I've said that to younger people because everybody like and sorry to say, like, people from your generation, everyone is like, if I'm not getting this kind of job, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. So you just stay there,
Yeah.
waiting for a miracle to happen.
Which honestly speaking, like, think about anything and anyone who's successful. If they tell you their story, it all started from a humble beginning, because that's how it builds character. And you also, like, able to handle so many different things. Because even business, you've done business. Is business easy?
It's not.
It's not.
I can give an example of my dad. He was young. He used to, like, live in Mombasa. He used to, like, hook. See the stuff that he used to sell, like, like, you know, like, he used to sell, like, home decors. So, like, alikuwa na hook curtains, paper bags and stuff like that. And now you could see, like, he started from somewhere, and now he had a big shop and stuff. Yeah, so I mean, it has to start from somewhere. As much as I am, like, saying I want to go to school, do get the papers and go get employed without even like a side hustle. How will I survive? You have to start from somewhere. You have to, like, compromise with yourself, sacrifice yourself, say sichagui kazi, let me start from here. It's money you're working for this time. It's not, and you're getting to experience things and new people, and
you just learn on the job as well. What people don't understand is, like, even those two jobs, because I keep telling people, like, why would you say no to a job at it because it's paying me sijui how much? Like, I'm like, okay, what's your alternative? And honestly speaking, most people will be like, afadhali nikae. Okay, that's okay. And think about the person. Like, let's say your parents are enabling that. It's like, okay, my daughter or son, if you don't get a good job, you just stay with us. That's okay. But imagine if one day they're not in the picture anymore. Where does that leave you? You will not be able to last a year. It's because everything will seem like it's being unfair to you, but that's just regular life to other people. Other people are just like, oh, it may happen. So keep it moving. So, and also, like, now, we've done almost 2 hours. Oh, you can't see because you're... Oh, okay. You still refuse to put on your glasses. Okay, so now I'll have to definitely wind it up. And I'm sure, like, we can always do, like, a part 2 again. Because we planned this last time. You came through. Unfortunately, there was no... Mpaka, I've talked to my friend about backup electricity thing. Just because of that day.
Roy.
Yeah.
You know Roy? TikTok, Roy Kanyi.
Yeah, that's my friend as well. Online friend. Yeah.
So, like, he talked about something, like a big thing, backup.
Yeah. For power. It can power up your laptop, your cameras at the same time, your phones. Yeah. It's just like a big box, but it's... Okay. Roy Kanyi. Shout outs to Roy Kanyi, by the way. He does an amazing job here with those two tech reviews and stuff.
Yeah, I like him.
Nice. Another thing, what do I want to ask before I say that? Before we wrap it up, I do not want to forget. Now look at me now, I've forgotten. So anyway.
Just the same.
I wanted to ask, like, okay, so now, just being based in Nakuru and doing, like, everything that you're doing. Now, do you pay your own rent?
Yeah.
You pay your own rent?
Of course. I don't have any.
Wait, okay. So, do you mind sharing, like, how much is, like, rent, like, practically in Nakuru?
6K.
6K.
A bed sitter.
Oh, 6K bed sitter. Yeah. Utilities,
like the things, the fair.
Electricity, water.
I will lose, like, 500 a week.
Okay.
Token. Water I pay according to how I've used it, which is like...
Water is always cheaper kidogo, right?
600, it's not cheap.
I
use water a lot.
For month?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Showering, kuosha
vyombo. Shower for 3 hours.
It's running water, alafu pia mamafua, anamwambia wewe osha nguo zangu zing'ara. Maji utatumia ni sawa. Yeah, but sometimes if I'm on hard times, I get help from my boyfriend. He helps me pay the rent, and then when my salary is imeingia, then I pay for other things. Oh,
okay. At least you balance it out, sindio?
Yeah.
At 21, guys. 21. Hey! And hapa watu wengine, it's like, okay, I'm behind rent, I don't know how to nini. So, but what I'll do also, because, I also just appreciate and respect people who go out of their way and just people who are hard workers. Me, I respect that a lot because, like, I keep telling people, I think, I've had instances where people are saying, like, you just want us to suffer because you suffered as well. I'm like, no, don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you, by the way, if you don't work hard, I can guarantee you in life, you won't go anywhere. Because there's nothing that comes easy. There's literally nothing.
You have to lose to win.
Imagine, like literally there's nothing that you're just going to sit and things are just falling like on your lap and everything. And also, just with that being said, like when you're paying rent, you do it like through caretaker, or what kind of system is it? Is like somebody you send money directly to?
Agency. An agent.
Or they have an agent.
Yeah.
You have their pay bill.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So I'm gonna take care of, like, Yeah, let's pay your rent. Do you know the pay bill? Or you don't want me to pay for the nini?
That's so nice of you.
Hey.
I don't know their pay bill. It's just that.
Confirm. I want us to pay.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. There's enough memory card up. You take care of your rent. And then, I'll send you something for utilities.
Thank you.
Yeah. And just keep up the good work, especially like, especially also like coming from, a young girl. Also have to understand, like, now we're in a day and age where, like, also a lot of young girls, they give up easily. Like, they would say, like, I'd rather probably do something like my OnlyFans, get a Mubaba, of course, or get Nini. There's so many shortcuts that now people are seeking.
Yeah.
And I think those shortcuts come in when it's because somebody has given up. They don't believe it's possible to make it without doing that. When I'm always telling people, it's possible.
Yeah.
Legit, it's possible.
I've also been tempted to do that, but I was like,
yeah.
Is it really necessary? I don't
Is
know.
it sustainable? Are
is
you
it
sure you're going to
sustainable?
live with yourself after that?
Like, will you like be doing that all day?
Because once you open that door, you can't come back. Yeah.
That's it. So I'm like, okay, fine, let me just...
Once that door is open, but of course, I have some who are my friends, of course, and they have their own reasons. But also, like, they also have like their personal stories. Have you gotten the number?
I think I've not gotten the number, but sometimes I pay the caretaker. He pays through the pay bill, so I can give you his number.
Oh, okay. So, no, don't say the number. You're about to read the number. People start calling you at caretaker. It's like, hey, easy masimu napata hapa. People will start prank calls. But I think, so if you can, let's take care of that. I'll send you some money for you.
Supposed to bring like Jack something.
Jack?
Yeah.
You're sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we send him with withdraw?
No.
Okay. So, Jackson Kinywa?
Exactly.
Okay. So you can just tell him, like, we've sent.
Just call him.
You'll call him like later.
Yeah.
Once we're done. So at least,
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank God. Have you heard? Please keep blessing me.
Never lack.
But I also believe in, like, just doing good gestures when you can. Like I said, at times, I've also learned to tenda wema and zako, because I think that also, like, lately, just having that motto has also been bringing me blessings my way. And I believe, like, genuinely, if you do a good deed for someone, you are going to be rewarded for that. So I strongly believe in that. And I also respect people who just wake up in the morning and work hard, especially for somebody who's saying, like, such a story. Like, I hope people can learn from you, get inspired, and also just understand, like, even when it seems like it's the end, you have, like, the opportunity, because you're still here. You're still here. You have the chance to, like, just put his name, his name should be a legacy. So, like, whatever you're trying to achieve now, and make sure you reach that success, it's because, you have a bigger purpose to be here.
Amen.
Right?
Yeah.
So thanks for coming to the show. I really wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
I hope we get to do, like, a part 2, hopefully, like, God willing. And
it was actually fun. The way you just said, like, 10 minutes, I won't, like, remember.
Even when we started, like, you noticed, like, you were a bit, like,
Yeah.
But I told you after a while. So how was your first podcast experience?
Oh my God. It's nice.
Nice.
Actually, so awesome. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and actually, it depends on the person you're with.
Oh, definitely.
Podcast.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you're fun to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
You're fun to interact. Yeah, you're such a great person, and I'm grateful to be here. Yeah.
Heard that, guys, eh? Mm-hmm. Let nobody spread bad rumors about new coins, eh? Because it's a lie.
Because I had people like inboxing me about the podcasting.
Yeah.
Even saying it, you can come to my podcast and any. So like I went through their pages and I'm like, I'm not satisfied. I don't think this is necessary.
Yeah.
When there's this thing that posts celebrities, I'm like, am I really sure I want to put my story there in this channel?
Yeah.
Like you just have to like find the right person.
The
and
right.
I'm glad sijabahatisha.
Yeah.
I love it here.
I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear the experience was good. Because I told you, like, I know you're nervous, but, what I normally do is, like, I always try and make sure in the first 10 minutes, I have to make sure the person is comfortable. And, I can see if they're a bit nervous, I just have to figure out how I can be playful with the story, exchange my own personal stories, and make sure by the time, like, we get to 10 minutes, they've forgotten everything. They're no longer like focusing on like what they're scared about being like talking, Nini. You did quite well.
Thank you.
How do you think?
Yeah, you tell me.
You did well. I told you you're being concerned about the wrong things. That what if I say it this way? If I pronounce it? Like I was like.
Sometimes, but at times I had like I was like lowering my voice and I'm like.
No, but that was okay. That's why I was like just increasing it here because like I can pick it up, but now it's not my job to start telling you like, hey, wait, bana, ongeza sauti bana. No. I'm supposed to let you like just ease in slowly, and then as you I keep like reducing because now by the time we were finishing, you could notice like our audio levels were all equal because you were more comfortable. Yeah. So I mean, just like you've said, it's just like making sure the person who's interviewing you as well is also making it like just easier for you.
Yeah.
So tell people where they can find you, what else you have going on online. If you want people to promote, you want to promote it, just please.
At this point, I have nothing people to promote me because my online business is on hold at this moment. But I'm not an interactive person online.
You don't respond back if people ask questions?
I have so many requests from the TikTok and I had to choose which one I want to respond. Not like I'm being like a bad person, I'm a kiburi.
No, that's not who you are.
Yeah, like nitaanza kukwambia, okay, so there's some people who are asking, is that your real mom? Is that your biological mom? I'm so sorry. Like, it was just too much. Something you just let them go. Comments, you find comments and people. Like, there's this comment I saw at if that's still your mom, you have to forgive that person. And I was like,
that's tricky.
Oh my God. Some things to forgive.
No, death is, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine me, you roll your eyes at me, already I'm looking at you sideways. And then now, death is like, no, impossible.
You've taken away my dad, so I have to like go through it.
Yep.
The whole of my life, and you tell me to forgive you.
You can't forgive.
I leave that to God.
Yeah. Actually, that's true. So I know, but either way, just your socials, maybe, you never know. Somebody might just learn and want to share their experience, or maybe even call you for just something completely different from what we've talked about. You just never know.
Okay, my IG is GK_Njeri. My TikTok is Njeri_Kim.
Yeah.
I think those are the only socials.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. YouTube coming soon anytime?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
But what do you think about social media in general?
It's a great platform, but it has so many things. But you have to choose which one you're willing to like go with it, because people are trying to give advice of things, of financial advice, like the one that you posted.
Which one did I post? Which one?
You posted that, who are you giving advice? We don't know if you're implementing the ideas you're giving to us.
True.
That's actually it, because it's so real. Like you're giving financial advice. Where is the proof that you're doing it?
Show us.
Hata umesikia kwa mengine unasema pia ni idea yako being a good parent.
Yeah.
Where are you being a good parent? Where is the evidence? Like just social media is just a bunch of.
True.
And now it's a lot of things, so you have to choose which one you have to go with and choose wisely.
True.
Yeah. So
Because that feed that's popping up on your nini, it's also getting engraved in your brain every day.
Yeah.
And I was also, there's a video that I saw, and there's someone that I follow, he said like, there's nothing wrong with listening to advice from people.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong. Because nowadays everyone is advising anyone, hey, do this, do that.
But try and analyze it.
Watch. This person is advising me about relationships. Let's see their relationship. How is it? We're talking about marriage. Are they married? They're talking about finances. Let's see how's their financial situation and everything.
Yeah.
So if those things don't align and they're advising you, hey, come on. You already know, like, that's not the person you should be listening to or following, or even just trying to emulate. But anyway, now we definitely have to say goodbye. Till next time, by the way. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
The Kisscapades podcast is your gateway to holistic growth and personal transformation. Together we'll unlock the secrets to living a life of health, wealth, love, and happiness. So make sure to tune in every week and join us as we explore the essence of what it means to truly thrive. And lastly, show us some love and support in our social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, basically all the social media platforms that support podcasting will definitely be there. Even with the short clips and reels, you can find us there. And lastly, don't be shy with feedback, suggestions, or any questions that you might have in regards to the episodes or our podcast. It's the Kisscapades podcast. Goodbye.